Welcome back to Mass Appeal. If you don't have your finances in order by the time you retire, you might just be in trouble because these days there are fewer and fewer ways that you can receive assistance. And here to tell us how we can retire a little bit easier is Dylan Bond. He's the owner of Bond Financial Services. Dylan, the baby boomers, they're becoming to that retirement age, but a lot of things that we used to rely on are going out the window, like Social Security.
Yeah, the fact of the matter is the baby boomers right now are turning 65 at the tune of about 10,000 per day, which is creating a lot of retirement questions and concerns out there. And unfortunately, over the last 10, 15 years, a lot of things have changed out there. Companies are getting away from pensions. There's trouble with Social Security, so there's a lot of questions that people have.
So let's do some creative problem solving here. So let's say Social Security, by the time, I'm of retirement age, it could very well be gone. And all these pension plans, which a ton of baby boomers used to have, are now kind of going by the wayside.
Right.
So for me, and a lot of people like me, I know I have a 401k, so that's one vehicle that we can use.
Yeah, I mean, the first and foremost, I don't think Social Security is ever going to be gone.
No.
There is talk about once the system reaches basically zero, they might have to cut benefits, so we might get less than we originally thought we would get. But what you really have to understand is that whether it's Social Security, whether it's a pension, or whether it's your 401k, those are all income producing type of assets, okay? And you have to think about it like a cup. If all your money's in a cup and your cup's only making $10 per year, but you're drawing $20 out, eventually that cup's going to run out of money.
Exactly.
And ultimately that's what's going on with Social Security and pension programs because of the long-term low interest rates that we've seen and the fact that these pension companies in 2008 lost a lot of assets because of the market volatility.
You know what, the other thing, I'm going to take your cup analogy to the next level. If you have a cup and it's just one and you fill it up with something and that cup gets knocked over, you're toast. You need
Correct.
to have a lot of different cups and, as you call it, a lot of different pockets of money.
Absolutely. I mean, most people think diversification is owning large cap, small cap, and mid cap stock mutual funds. I think that the more asset classes that you can spread your money around and the more types of accounts that you use, the better off you'll be. You're going to have consistent income that you can't outlive. You're going to have the potential for growth with low volatility. And ultimately, over time, you should have a lot less problems as you go through retirement.
So people might have a 401k set up. Maybe their pension's gone by the wayside. They have a 401k, but there's so many other things, the pockets of money to consider. What about an IRA?
Well, an IRA is really a tax-deferred account that what you would do is, for instance, if you had your 401k, once you separate service, or a lot of times when you turn 59 and a half, if you're still working for the company, they will allow you to roll over your 401k into an IRA, which will give you many more options than your 401k has. Most people's 401ks are stock and bond mutual fund options. If you roll that over to an IRA, you can use many different types of accounts. You can use managed accounts, you can use fixed annuities, you can use any type of mutual fund out there. So the world is basically your oyster at that point.
Dylan, if this conversation has got people at home, if it's got their minds churning, they can see you and meet you at any one of your seminars. You do them both on the golf course and at restaurants.
Yeah, absolutely. During the summer and spring and fall, we do the programs at the golf course as well as restaurants at night. And ultimately, what I'm trying to do is just tell my story to as many hardworking, tax-paying Americans that are turning 50 or older at this point, to help them understand what's available out there. The industry has evolved so much in the last 15 years that there are amazing products out there and amazing opportunities as long as you understand how they work, what are the pros and cons of those products, and make sure they fit for your risk tolerance.
So you have them at restaurants, you have it at golf course. It's a great way for people to get to know you. It's cost-free, and it's just a good experience.
It's just a good way to get to understand what we do and how we think.
Now, Dylan, I know we were talking about this earlier. It's important, I think we share it with everybody. You're doing so well. Business is great, so much so that you kind of need to expand. You're looking to hire some people, so if people are watching, they need a job, you might be able to work with Dylan.
Yeah, absolutely. Right now, we've got a couple of positions that we're looking to fill. One would be a receptionist, and the other would be we're looking for an associate advisor that would have a securities license as well as a life accident and health insurance license. And if anybody out there is looking for opportunities and they want to forward me their resume at info at bondfinancialservices.net, I'd be very appreciative of that.
And people can also just, if they have any general question, they can always just shoot you an email too, and you'll be glad to get back to those people, or you can shoot us a Facebook message, something like that.
Absolutely.
Dylan, it's a pleasure to have you here today.
Great
Thank
to
you
be
so
here,
much.
Seth.
You can visit bondfinancialservices.net or give them a call, 413-754-4747. Just let Dylan and his staff take the steps to secure your financial future.